Hi friends, welcome back to Nitwed Bioscience. Let's continue our discussion on the secondary structure of the protein. And today's our topic of discussion is beta pleated sheet. So beta pleated sheet, it is the second most common type of the secondary structure of the protein. The first or the very common secondary structure is the alpha helix, which we had discussed in detail in the last class. Today we will see the beta pleated sheet. Beta pleated sheet also discovered by the scientist Pauling and Corey by X-ray analysis. This beta pleated sheet, here the polypeptide chain, it's somewhat the extended or the stretched structure or a zigzag type structure. So let us understand कि if we are holding out some helical structures and if we are stretching it, okay, if we are holding some helical structures and if we are stretching it, so it will form something like that. So beta pleated sheet, it is an extended or the stretched structure, okay, where the one or more beta strands, they are joined to each other by a hydrogen bond, okay. Same in the alpha helix also. Alpha helix also the structure is formed and stabilized by the hydrogen bond, but here the angle is different. The angle of the phi and psi, so phi and psi is 140 degree minus 140 degree will be the value of phi and 130 degree will be value of the psi. Therefore, it is a extended or the stretched structure or a zigzag structures. Individual polypeptide strand is known as a beta strand. And where more than one beta strand or two or more beta strand, okay, beta strand or the zigzag like structures, they come together and they are joined to each other by a hydrogen bond, okay. So it will look like a series of the pleats, they are present together. So this structure which is resembling the series of the pleats is known as a beta sheet, because there are the two or more polypeptide chain are present and then they are joined to each other by the hydrogen bond, okay. We know that this polypeptide chain, in the polypeptide chain the side chain or the R group is present. So in the beta pleated sheet, these R group are oriented alternately, means inside and outside. One here, another will be here, then one here, another here. So alternately this R group oriented inside and the outside and form the alternate type of the structures. This zigzag like structure or the beta strands, they can be oriented parallel or the anti-parallel. So what is parallel or anti-parallel? We know that the polypeptide chain, in a polypeptide chain there are two terminus. One is the N terminus and another is the C terminus. In any polypeptide chain there can be the N terminus, there will be the one side is the N terminus and another is the C terminus. So just we had discussed the how the beta sheet is formed. So many beta strands, they are linked to each other by the hydrogen bond. So adjacent beta strands, if they are oriented in the same way, means one nitrogen terminus and the C terminus, means N terminus or the C terminus, if they are in the same direction, then it is known as a parallel beta sheet. And if it is present in the opposite direction, then it is known as a anti-parallel beta sheet, okay. So beta sheet, these are of two types, parallel beta sheet and the anti-parallel beta sheet. The structure of parallel beta sheet and the anti-parallel beta sheet is more or less common, but there are the two difference. The repeating unit in the parallel beta sheet is somewhat shorter as compared to the anti-parallel beta sheet. Means repeating unit in repeating unit in parallel beta sheet is 6.5 angstrom, whereas in anti-parallel beta sheet it is 7 angstrom. Okay, one difference between the parallel beta sheet and anti-parallel beta sheet. Another difference between the parallel and the anti-parallel beta sheet, just we had discussed that two strands are linked to each other by the hydrogen bond. Hydrogen bond, we know that it is a dipole-dipole interaction. It is formed between the carbonyl oxygen and between the amide hydrogen. So there is a linkage between the carbonyl oxygen and the amide hydrogens, like we had discussed in the alpha helix. But here this hydrogen bond will be formed between the adjacent polypeptide chain. Okay, so what happens here in the parallel beta sheet? In the parallel beta sheet, this hydrogen bond, suppose this is a parallel beta sheet and this is a anti-parallel beta sheet. We are here talking about the hydrogen bond, therefore it is like the straight line, but otherwise it is a beta strands are in a zigzag form. So hydrogen bond in the parallel beta sheet, these are like slant structures, somewhat slant structures and alternate direction. Okay, one this direction, another this direction, another one this direction. So the hydrogen bond in the parallel beta sheet are slanting and in a alternate direction, whereas in the anti-parallel beta sheet these are perpendicular to the axis of the strand or the axis of the polypeptide chain. So here in the parallel beta sheet the hydrogen bond are in a slanting position, whereas in the anti-parallel beta sheet it is in the perpendicular position.
So in image 1 you can see the hydrogen bond are present in a slanting position, and in the second image hydrogen bonds are present in a perpendicular position. When the hydrogen bonds are formed between the separate polypeptide chain, they are termed as a interchain bonds, and a beta sheet can also be formed by a single polypeptide chain folding back on itself. In this case the hydrogen bonds are intrachain bonds.
Okay, so out of these two, the parallel beta sheet and the anti-parallel beta sheet, the most common type of the structure which is widely present is the anti-parallel beta sheet. Now let's see the amino acids which is mostly found in the beta sheet structure or beta pleated sheet structures. So large amino acid like tyrosine, phenylalanine, tryptophan, and branch amino acid like threonine, valine and isoleucines, these are amino acids which is mostly found in the beta pleated sheet. And the like in the alpha helix, proline and glycine, here also it will destabilize the beta pleated sheet structure. This amino acid can be present at the edges but not at the middle of the sheet or middle of the structure. So this will destabilize. So these are the example which will stabilize or mostly found in the beta pleated sheet, and the proline and the glycine will destabilize. And the structure of the proteins where the beta pleated sheet this mostly found, it is a example is a silk fibroin and spider web. Okay, so this is all about the alpha helix and the beta pleated sheet. Other secondary structures like the beta turn collagen triple helix we will discuss in the next class. Thank you.